Welcome to update 10 of ClassMon. Quite an exciting update as it deals with a couple of nice new features and ones that have been asked for quite some time. So the first one we'll look at is the new editable reports. So any report that you produce, and the main one or the main request from users is the learning story, you can now edit during the print preview. So if you want to change text sizes, for example, or fonts of text, you can do that at the edit stage. Now just take note of this message here. It says any edits you make in this preview are only for the purpose of this print. No edits are saved. And the second part, you can double click on an image to edit it. So if you find that, for example, when you print, it's flowing over to a second page because the bottom image is too big, you can now double click that image and it opens up an image editor, and you can shrink that size down and then do your print, and it will definitely fit on one page. So some really important updates for the print preview. So just remember that when you do close this print preview, you've done your prints and you close this, that when you do that print preview again, it will return to the original layout. So the edits aren't saved, they're just for the purpose of the print. You can even delete a photo at print stage. So if this photo is not wanted anymore, you can highlight it and hit delete on your keyboard and you can get rid of that photo. Next up, we've added a new report, which is the comments and photos reports. So the learning story combines the learning story text from this tab and the work samples here. Some users like to use the comments and the work samples together rather than the learning story and the work samples. So we've just added a new report called comments and photos, and that just pulls the comment text here along with the photos. Now we know that down the track there will be some users who will want all three, comments, learning story and photos. Please let us know if this is the case. We haven't had anyone ask for it yet, but as we add features, it sort of opens people's eyes up to new things that can be done. So we're happy to do it. Just let us know if you require that. Now we've also added a really handy report. This is one that we've picked up from our training sessions when we see the way people will use ClassMon. We've made it so that you can, just say you do a multiple observation. So you select all your children and you do a multiple observation by clicking the multiple obs, and you write in your observation. And while I'm on this screen, I'll just talk about another update. We've also made the template information come through to the multiple observation window now. So you can see this is template information, and also on the learning story, this is our template information. So we've added that in this update. So when you make a multiple observation and you've made it for all your children, and you apply that, I won't do it now, but we apply that observation, then we would have to, if we wanted to now print the observations or print the learning stories for each of those children, we'd have to go and find the learning story we just wrote, and then we'd have to go to the learning story tab and we'd have to print that page out, and that's done for that child. And then we'd go to the next child and do the same, find the learning story and print that. So what we've done is that if you've done a learning story, a multiple observation, then you can select the children. So you can select all or select the children that you did the multiple observation for, and then you can go reports, learning, and learning story latest, and it will just go and find the latest learning stories for each of those children. Sorry, that was a bit of a boring one because I've got a few empty learning stories where I've got no images, but you can see down here we've got the images and learning story. So a very handy feature if you need to produce groups of learning stories very quickly. You can use that new feature. So that's it for the new features, some good ones there. Just finally, we've included a couple of bug fixes. Now we had reports from some users that as they were typing into the learning story field or some of the observation fields, that the text was appearing very slowly. It was taking up to maybe 10 or even 20 seconds for the text to appear on the screen after typing. That was happening because of the auto save feature we've added to these fields. So it's auto saving the text as you type it, and it was affecting some versions of Windows. So we've fixed that now. We have a new auto save method, and you'll find that your text appears on the screen as you type it. And finally, the last bug, and this one took a while to find. We had just one report, and thank you to that lady in Ballarat. She said that her birth dates were changing. So she would put all the children's birth dates in, and she'd work away, and then she'd come back and find that the birth date would change to today's date. Now, we'd fix that. It's not a problem anymore. It was only affecting users who had multiple groups or multiple classes, and it was a bug related to the autosave. So gone, you should be right. If you notice any bugs in ClassMon, always contact us and we'll make sure that the fix for that bug is included in the next update. So enjoy update 10. We'd love to get your feedback.